Kimberly Edwards from cookingwithkimberly.com, and this is my mom, Ingrid Turner. Check her out at ingridturnertoday.com. Today we're going to teach you how to make strawberry freezer jam. Now, freezer jam is something that you don't have to, do the typical canning, all that boiling, all that boiling and, sealing and stuff. This is a jam that you can make really quickly and simply, and it goes in these jars and you store it in the freezer, ready for whenever you want it.
And it is so good. It's like eating fresh fruit.
Fresh fruit. It really is.
It's
really
not
awesome.
like a jam where it's broken down and just tastes sweet.
Now, Grandma used to make this kind of jam, right?
Yes, she did.
Is that why
but,
you make it?
There was a time when we didn't have the new kind of ideas with regard to freezing your jam. But as she got older, and she always was flexible, she thought this was the best.
Yeah.
And so do I. I think this is the tastiest. It's a pleasure to eat it.
I agree, because that's why I do it, too. My mom did it. That's why I do it. But Mom would actually, when she would come and visit me in university, they'd drive all the way down from Canada to Texas or Louisiana or Iowa, and they'd visit me, and Mom would make zwieback, piroshki, check those out on my site too, those recipes, and cabbage rolls, pierogies, we'd freeze the mess out of them, and then a whole bunch of freezer jam. And we would always do strawberry. We typically do raspberry because that's my favorite fruit.
Yes, and peach.
And peach, and then the kiwi one is the one that we really started to really enjoy.
Yes.
But today we're going to show you the basic. Here's the strawberries. Now this is 1 quart of strawberries, just in case you guys didn't know. We got a flat of these bad boys, about 6 quarts of them. Today we're using 3. Is that right?
No, we're using, we're using 3 in here.
Right, we're using
3 quarts.
3 quarts. Now what Mom has done is she's rinsed them off with cold water, and then she went through all the berries, picked out the ones that are good, ones that are bad, and then she hulled them. In other words, she just took a little paring knife and cut the stem off right there, and that's it. And then you have these beautiful berries. Now we have how many cups here?
I don't know yet. We have to wait until we mash them.
Oh, we have to mash them. Okay.
Yes, we have to mash.
So take it away, Mom.
They're clean. They're hulled. Now we're going to mash them down. You could think about using the blender, but I find that I like a little more texture.
I agree.
I don't want it to be like jelly.
I don't want it to be completely runny.
No.
What we fight over
and
secretly, passively fight over are the chunks of fruit in the jar. And when you go in there, you're like, ooh, I found a chunk, and you steal it, and then you feel real bad because there's none left. So make sure you make it really chunky this time.
Yes. I even throw in, at the end, after I got this all mashed up, I throw in maybe a handful of whole small berries, because I love to find one floating in the
It's
jam.
the best. You know what I like this
the best? Do you want to mash this?
I'll mash it, sure. I've got muscles.
Yes.
What I like the best is using this jam in crepes, or German crepes. So,
yes, don't do that.
Yeah, that was just an extra stem. It fell in. It happens. That's what happens. Strawberries apparently are not very easy to mash, and that's okay, because we don't want to mash them completely. It's just like Mom said. We want some nice big chunks, and that's good stuff. Right? Okay, so tell them more about it. What's next?
What's next is once this is mashed, we're going to add the sugar.
But we have to measure it first. So we got to measure it. Where's our measuring cup?
Bowl here.
Okay. Do you have a measuring cup? Awesome.
And a measuring cup.
Use your elbow grease, see? Kitchen fitness.
Once we measure out the berries, we're going to add the pectin. Pectin is what firms up the jam. And there are all kinds of products that are pectin. You can get them in liquid form, in a little pouch, or
I'm not crazy about the liquid
box. I'm not either.
I'm not crazy about the liquid form. Sorry, Mom, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Really.
Powder and the liquid form.
I like the stuff in the box.
Now tell me why you like the stuff in the box better.
I just find that it gels better.
Now, what kind are you using?
I'm using Certo.
Show them the box. Just so you guys know what to look for in your stores. Is this good?
I'm using Certo. No, not quite.
Okay.
Yes, I like the Certo in the box. I just feel that it does a better job. And that way too, sometimes the pectin in the pouch, it dries up. If you can't keep it from one year to the next, it kind of dries up a bit. And also
in the box?
Yeah, in the pouch.
In the pouch. Oh, yeah. The liquid.
Yeah.
It comes in a pouch. Oh, like what are those pouches called? I forget what they're called. Like those little pouches that the space people do.
Yes.
Astronauts get. Those little cryogenic pouches, yeah. I can see how
also,
they can dry up.
You use just a little less sugar for the other. I know that this has got a little more sugar in it, but it's worth it because, I mean, let's face it, when you use jam, you don't eat it by the spoonful. I mean,
I do.
I love it on yogurt.
Do you know what? I sneak in the fridge sometimes in the middle of the night. I have to admit. Here's kitchen confessions. I'll sneak into the fridge in the middle of the night sometimes, and I won't find anything that I want to snack on. You know, when you're just standing in front of the fridge like, oh no. And I will sneak myself a whole spoonful of freezer jam. Did you know I do that?
No, I didn't know you do that. I will sneak in and get some yogurt and put jam on it.
Oh, for sure. That's a given.
Ice cream with jam on it.
That's a given. But yeah, I'll sneak it. It is so tasty. It's just
I think this is lovely, Kim.
That's good?
Yes.
Okay, so here I'm going to show you what this mush looks like. Hold on. This is what this looks like. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a strawberry mash, okay? Mm-hmm. There's not huge chunks in it, but I mean, there's not like whole berries or half berries even. Right. It's just kind of all macerated together. Right. So now we're going to measure it. Mom has a 1 cup measuring cup.
We actually have more berries to work on.
Why don't we do this, Mom?
So, what darn?
Why don't we do this?
2.
Here. Let's do like this.
Oh, well, no, yeah, we could do that. Hold on. We've got 2 cups of berries in here. I'm going to add 1 package of the pectin.
There we go.
And I'm going to add 4 cups of sugar. We should stir that. Give me a nice wooden spoon.
Do you need this?
No, I don't. Just leave it there.
Keep talking.
Okay, I think we could start stirring that, and I'll put in another 2 cups of berries.
How many cups did that make, honey?
That's what we wanted to know.
Look in here.
Hold on. That yields 5 cups right there. Now, I put in 2 cups of berries, 4 cups of sugar. 2 cups of berries, and another 4 cups of sugar. We're going to save this for the next batch that we're going to do.
What I was asking is how many berries did 3 quarts yield?
It yields approximately 6 cups.
6 cups. So we got 2 cups out of each quart. Okay?
Yeah.
So if you want to do 1 batch of jam, you only need 2 quarts.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I'm sorry, you need 1 quart.
I'm going to throw this in.
1 quart of strawberries gives you 1 batch of jam. Mm-hmm. What are you measuring, honey?
The sugar, another 4 cups of sugar, 2 cups of berries, and another 4 cups of sugar. 4 cups of berries.
Yes.
And we have 8 cups of sugar.
Okay.
And 2 packages of pectin. There we go. We're going to stir this up, and then we're going to just let it sit for a few minutes, maybe 5 minutes, just so that everything can get really incorporated. And then
the sugar will dissolve some.
It will.
Okay.
That's what we prefer.
This is what you're looking at. This is what you're looking at. It's kind of a really thick, syrupy mess. A whole bunch of sugar with some fruit, okay? Mm-hmm. And I know that seems like a whole lot of sugar, but guess what? that is what's preserving your fruit in the jam. That's what preserves everything, and that's what keeps it from going bad. And you're not canning this. You're not going to all this huge hoopla, canning these things properly, sanitizing and all that stuff, right? Yes. Although we're using sanitized jars. Mm-hmm. You don't have to go through all those hoops to get what you're doing.
Because they boil this down for other kinds of jam. This is boiled down, and then it's put into freshly sterilized jars, and then you have to seal it with the Parawax, or you can reboil the canned jam to make it seal, and it's just a lot of fuss, and really it just doesn't taste as good as this. This is going to be
not
awesome.
The same. This is so much more fresh.
Yes.
So much more bright, like you just picked it off the darn plant.
Right. Would you like to get me the jars?
Sure.
I wanted to use this tray.
Mm-hmm. So tell them about these jars. Doesn't really matter what kind you use,
No,
right?
you can use leftover jars from anything that you have, like purchased jam or olives or baby food, as long as you're able to seal it reasonably well. Now, I've also sterilized and washed all the lids that will go on these jars. So, I think we'll just, I should have a little tray here, sweetie.
Okay, so here's your tray.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, we're going to few of these jars ready. See, you can use anything at all. Fresh, I think cherries came in this.
And then you have other jam jars
Yes.
or whatever,
Yes.
artichokes or whatever. Okay, so
Right.
next.
Okay, that's just, we're going to use this little gadget
Tell
to
them
make
what that
sure
is.
this is just for putting the fruit into the jars without making a big mess.
So it's kind of like a funnel, but it's especially designed for jars.
Right.
And it has different levels and sizes for the large mouth jars and then the smaller mouth jars. And this is a universal thing. You'll find this with all the canning stuff in your stores and Walmart and Canadian Tire and all those cool places.
It actually usually comes in a package with the special tongs you use for hot canning.
Holding the
Right.
yeah. Okay.
So, I think this is ready. I'm sure it is ready because it's beginning to gel a little bit. That's just great.
That's from the pectin.
Yes, that's from the pectin. It's
Now,
working.
did you add the pectin in here?
Yes, we
Okay.
put 2 packages
I didn't
in
see.
here.
I was mashing and stuff
So,
and stirring.
this is the beautiful, beautiful.
Wait, we can't see
Jam.
anything with these jars here. There. Show
I
them
leave a
again.
little bit of headroom. When I put this in, I leave a little space at the top because when it freezes, it's going to expand just a little bit.
Any liquid that you're going to freeze is going to expand for the most part.
Yes.
Okay,
So,
show them what's going on because we couldn't see earlier.
there we go.
You're covering.
See? We just want to get it right there, I think. Perfect.
Okay, so check it out. This is how far we have. You have about 1.5 inches from the top, okay? That's what it looks like right now. I know it looks a little bit cloudy, but that's going to clarify nicely.
Oh, yes. It'll be beautiful.
There's nothing like
beautiful.
opening up a new jar of this stuff. I love that when I'm like,
it's
ooh, we're out of
so
jam.
good. Especially if I've just baked buns or bread or something and you have all that fresh bread. It's great. Great. Yes.
Would you like me to help you?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So tell them about the strawberries. We don't have strawberries this year, but you typically like to grow them.
Grow them, I'd love to, yes.
But when you grow them, tell them what you have to be careful of.
Well, you have to be careful that you, first of all, that you are, you have enough room and that you cultivate the soil properly because weeds will grow up in there and it's a mess. You have to put a little bit of straw in between the rows of berries so that you can actually get at them. And we got these the day before yesterday in the afternoon.
We got these for, I should mention, we got these from Harvest Barn Country Markets. There's one in St. Catharines, Ontario, and Niagara on the Lake, Ontario. Shout out to Stu Enrich. These are most beautiful berries. They have some of the most gorgeous produce. What else did we bring home? I brought radishes the size of beets home.
Right, and cherries, excuse me.
Cherries and scapes, fresh garlic scapes. They were amazing. Some gorgeous asparagus. You'll see me in a recipe this week. Wow. Anyways, make sure that if you're in Southern Ontario, you get to go out to Harvest Barn and tell them I sent you over there. Mom and I.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Also, what I wanted you to say about the strawberries when you're growing them is that they spread rapidly, rampantly, right? So if you don't want them to take over your whole entire garden, be sure to plant them in a whole separate planter, a whole separate container, or make sure that somehow, some way, underground, it's blocked off because it's going to shoot out runners and it's going to take over. And I mean, that's not so terrible to have a whole bunch of strawberries, is it? But I just don't want you to be surprised if you grow them of what happens. What really happens.
That's right. And this is such a beautiful area for getting berries. These berries, they don't look as beautiful as some of the waxy,
Big giant
artificial
ones.
looking giant ones you get in the store, but in your supermarket. But these have so much flavor. It's like a real concentrate of strawberries. It's wonderful.
I agree.
Oh, yes.
You can tell the diff for sure.
Now, these are the lid. I'm using a two-piece lid here. And I think I have one of the other old kind did I put in here? Doesn't matter. You can use any kind of lids as long as it seals. This happened to have come with the jars when I bought them. So you put the little cap on first, and then you just seal it. Beautiful. Look at that jam.
Lovely.
Look at that jam.
You have no idea. Now, how
It's
does
gonna
this
be
have
so
to
good.
sit around for a while to become jam, or
No.
can you eat
You
this
can put
right
it
now?
right into the freezer.
Right into the
If
freezer.
You can refrigerate it at least for a couple of hours, and then you can use it without even freezing it.
So see,
But-
we didn't even have to boil this. We didn't have to cook the berries. We didn't have to do any of that.
No.
This is like so easy. We just made jam in like 20 minutes or something. Like, it's not even funny.
That's right.
The thing that took the longest was just hulling the berries. That took
Culling the
forever.
berries, yeah, that takes some time.
That was it. Make sure you get all that tasty goodness. Don't waste it. But did you put your whole berries in at all? In some of your
Yeah, I'm
bottles?
going to put a few in, so in the larger ones. Hold on one sec.
This is mine. This is mine. Sous chef dream. Oh, Mom.
Oh, I know. That's so good. So good.
That's sinful.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not mad at Mom
Here's
at
what
all.
I like to do.
Tell me, Mommy.
Take a nice little berry like that, and you put like 2 quarter pieces in there. And that is
I
so
love
good.
that.
Once it's soaked in all that sugar and strawberry liqueur.
Plus,
it
you know
is
what?
So good.
When I get one of those berries at the top of our freezer jam jars, you know what it makes me think of?
Summer.
No, my mom loves me.
Oh yes, she does.
Because
She does.
she's
that.
got these gorgeous big berries. It just reminds me of you. I have to do the same thing in mine. And even if you have a jar that's like halfway and you can't fill the whole thing, don't be worried, because if in traditional canning you wouldn't be able to do that. You'd have to put a whole bunch of paraffin wax on the top or something. It would just go bad. But with the freezer jam, you don't have to worry about it.
That's right. You could just put this right in the refrigerator, half full, and eat it in a couple of hours. You'd be all set.
And you don't even have to worry about matching jars or anything like that. It
Little
doesn't
strawberries
matter.
on the top.
And this, in my opinion, I don't know about everybody else's opinion, but I wouldn't be mad getting that from somebody as a gift.
No, I would love it if somebody would make that for me.
Are you kidding? Because we always have to make it, and no one makes it for us. How come?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It's baffling.
But you can't leave these out, right? It's not.
No.
You just can't
No,
leave
you
them out
can't.
on your counter
No.
all day.
No, you can't
gotta
do
put them
that.
back in the fridge. You don't have to put them back in the freezer. By all means, keep them in the fridge. In fact, I've never seen one of our freezer jams go bad in the fridge.
No, I
And
haven't.
I mean, there's times where we leave some of them in for like a
6
couple
months.
months. Yeah,
Yeah.
because we have a number of different flavors going at one time. So you can't eat them all at one time.
Right.
Right. So this season, I think we're gonna make some kiwi jam. You'll see.
Probably a little rhubarb.
You're gonna see rhubarb. We made a jelly last time, but I think we'll make a jam this time. What do you think?
Raspberries.
Raspberries. And maybe we'll see what else Sue has at Harvest Farm. Some amazing stuff I know
would
is
like
coming
to
out.
try mango.
Yeah,
I
that
would
would be
love to
nice.
try mango. I
We
think
only
that
need
would
2
be
cups.
delicious.
So all you need, remember, 2 cups of fruit, 4 cups of sugar, and your 1 pack of pectin. And that's what you're looking at, right? That's it? So now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 jars, sorry. 9 jars, but they're all different sizes. I mean, it's not really an indication. So roughly, that's not going to fit there.
No, that comes with a different
Yeah,
lid.
we have
I'm
to
going
find
to have
it.
to search through.
Anyhow, that's how you make strawberry freezer jam. I hope you guys will venture out and try to do this your own selves, because it's very much worth it. If you have never made your own jam, if you've never tasted homemade jam, you honestly don't know anything.
So this is what we've accomplished with 2 quarts of berries. 3 quarts,
Three
sorry.
quarts of
3
berries.
quarts of berries with 4 cups of berries mashed up. Yeah,
Yeah.
what it came out to. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and 2 packages of pectin. Throw it in, stir it up, throw it in the jars, get the lids on, put it in the freezer, and start with your next batch, which is what we're going to do now, so we can use up all our berries.
I'm going to officially put the recipe up right now on the screen so that you can see, because I know we were confusing with a whole bunch of numbers and I was confused and stuff. So I'm going to put their actual recipe up proper to flash up on the screen, so there's no confusion at all.
The thing is, when you buy a quart of berries, it's not actually a quart. It's called a quart container. And you don't end up like with a quart of mashed up berries. You have to mash it up and then measure it.
Yeah.
So, which is what we do.
Well, anyways, that's how you make strawberry freezer jam. I hope you check out Mom's website at ingridturnertoday.com. I hope you follow me on Twitter at Cooking with Kim E with a capital E. I hope you like the fan page. It's facebook.com/cookingwithkimberly. My shows are on iFood.tv/cookingwithkimberly and youtube.com/cookingwithkimberly. And my show is cookingwithkimberly.com. That's it. That's all. Be champions in your kitchen and eat deliciously.
And it's good. Don't waste one drop.
Bye.